A brand new season of champions begins here on the St. John's River. We're in Fredericton. A new Olympic quadrennial brings with it some new looks, new teammates, new lineups, and that includes this team. Tracy Fleury has joined three-time Scotties champion Rachel Homan. Will they have the right mix in the Maritimes? The fans have spoken, and they voted in Suzanne Birt, who's bringing with her one of the all-time curling greats. Both teams are in search of cash as the payouts continue here in Fredericton. Team Homan takes on Team Birt as the PointsBet Invitational continues. An NHL Hall of Famer, Order of Canada recipient Willie O'Ree, the arena named in his honor, a Fredericton native, the first black man to play in the NHL back with Boston in 1958. Different rules for this event, no extra ends. If you go an extra, it comes down to a draw to the button, and it was the number 7 seed, Colton Flash out of Saskatchewan against Alberta's number 10 seed, Karsten Sturmey, and Colton Flash. Remember now, he played a couple of years with Kevin Cooey. They won a Canadian championship, now skipping his own team, and this was for the win. And so he advances. Remember, that's the format now. Win, you move on. Lose, you go away. So these were the results from last night. Glenn Howard picks up the win, as does Brendan Bottcher as he beats Landon Rooney, the reigning Canadian junior champion. Matt Dunstone is winner, and in that extra end draw, Colton Flash. So field of 16, we've seen 8. We will see the others coming up tonight, including Guju, Epping, and McEwen's now playing out of Ontario, and of course, Kevin Cooey and his new team. As we say on this Thursday afternoon, hello Canada, welcome back to Fredericton, Kathy, and Russ alongside. So we saw the men last night, we saw yesterday morning half of the women's field, and I think what we saw in that women's field was just really one upset, and that was Selena Sturmey, number 13 seed, taking out the number 4, and that was Chelsea Carey.
Well, and it was really interesting yesterday. A lot of simple games that went on the ice, but that Sturmey-Carey game, easily the game with the most difficult shots. Both of those teams have played quite a bit this year, and it was Selena making more shots. All
right, so we see the other half of the Sweep 16 today, including Carey Galusha out of the Territories, made the playoffs, very first time at the Scotties. That's our feature, Homan and Birt, and of course, Caitlin Laws and her. And so we will be seeing Suzanne Birt from Charlottetown, along with Colleen Jones. Maureen Christensen not available for this event. And then, of course, you've got the other side of things where you've got the team Homan. And she's, of course, got Tracy Fleury with her. This is going to be an interesting mix.
It really is. Tracy Fleury says that she will call the game around what she would like to play as a third. Look for finesse shots, that quiet weight, knowing that Rachel Homan can clean up with her big weight ability as she throws last rock.
So now you've got Colleen Jones, of course, joining Birt. And in doing that, yeah, she's a 6-time Canadian champion, but she's got to do some adjusting here.
Yes, she certainly does. 21 Canadian championship appearances. Pretty smooth move by Suzanne Birt. The experience, she's not going to be in trouble in a game like this, but can you get the broom in the right spot for a left-hander? Because Colleen's never played with a left-hander.
Meet the Teams is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how, and here's how we will go when we come back.
We take it up, let's lose control. We take it up, and let the good times roll. We at the top, we're invincible. We're never gonna stop, so let the good times roll. Yeah, 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 let the good times roll. Yeah, 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 let the good times roll. Yeah.
The 2022 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, proud partner of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires and OK Tire, by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, and by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
On this Thursday afternoon, it's day 2 of our coverage. First time ever, the PointsBet Invitational from Fredericton to Willie O'Ree Place. So Kerry Galush is facing Team Scheidegger. The skipper couldn't be here, Casey, so Christy Moore, her former lead, will come in and take over the team. We have our game on Sheet B, Homan against Birt. Sheet C, it's Emily Deschênes. She curling and skipping this team out of the Halifax Curling Club, taking over the Canadian Junior Champions of Taylor Stevens. Stevens aging out against Caitlin Laws with her brand new team. And Penny Barker against Holly Duncan. Barker from Moose Jaw, Duncan from Woodstock, Ontario. Homan will play their red stones. Birt will play the yellow. It's seed number 3, Homan. 14 seed Birt. And Homan will have the last rock. But as we say, this little difference now. Rachel Homan will throw the 4th stone. Tracy Fleury skips. So she'll head down to that away end. And she'll throw the 3rd rock as Suzanne Birt, 13 times at the Scotties, went 4-4 a year ago. We'll put the brush down, and to get us underway from the Montague Curling Club, Prince Edward Island, this is Michelle McQuaid.
Yeah, it's like you say, Vic, a little different for Rachel's team. 3 players from last year, but I'm writing down the lineup. Rachel Homan, it's not Emma Miskew anymore, it's Tracy Fleury. How many years did Emma and Rachel play back end together?
Since Bantam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're, well, to 13, maybe 15 years at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What a get, though, to bring in Tracy.
Sarah Wilkes throwing the lead stones. She moves down to the lead position. Joanne Courtney, of course, stepping away from the game. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start with Suzanne Birt.
Well, no hurry for this team. We talked about Colleen coming in as a super spare. That's going to be an adjustment for sure. It's their first spiel, first game other than some practices. So don't take any chances until you know your team, the whole team, is comfortable. And interns, we talk about it all the time. Suzanne being left-handed, her intern's going to curl much more, especially against Rachel's out turn.
We'll leave it in the rings on the edge, so an early mistake. Teams for Team Homan.
Well, Kathy touched on it, Vic. Watch the clock. With 2 skips, Tracy and Rachel are both used to being in control. So if they take time to talk over all 4 of those shots, they can run themselves right out of time and learn your roles. Again, 3 players are the same, but they're all 4 of them in different positions. That has to take some time. They have to be sharp or they're going home.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. It's the tissue for any issue. So this is that was a mistake, not getting that stone out. And look at that, handing it right back is Wilkes as she tried to split the rings, and now they can go after that stone they left in the edge.
And we talked yesterday quite a bit, Vic, about unforced errors. After the game, Team Home's going to say, oh, we missed the rings. We're just a foot heavy. You weren't a foot heavy. You're 25 feet heavy, Vic. If that ends up as a corner guard, if this one rolls out, which it's going to, then you loop around the corner guard and you still have a chance for 2 points. Big mistake.
Guard. 2.5. Great. You seem okay to the wing. Yeah. Be close for a guard. Yeah. 2.5, 3. Easy race.
So Emma Miskew
Looks like lots. Yeah.
moving down to the 2nd position.
3.
Remember now, she skipped in Thunder Bay at the Scotties after Rachel Homan was at the Olympics playing the mixed doubles with the Olympics, and they had Allie Flaxey come in to join the team. So you talked about the clocks and the time. That is the big one here. As you see, 16 teams both sides. We're playing in the sweep 16s right now, 10 ends, 8 minimum. But you have the 38 minutes of thinking time divided now into 2 19s, and you cannot carry over any time. So you're forced then to play maybe a little faster, not waste any ends. And that may be the concern, Kathy, as Russ was alluding to, when it comes to this Fleury-Homan combination, until they get things sorted out.
No question. Last weekend, it was this team that went head-to-head with Jennifer in the finals of Edmonton, and just the decision-making.
You like the same?
Tracy wanting to make sure that Rachel's comfortable because Rachel has to throw last rock, but Tracy also wants to make sure that she's comfortable because she has to call the game and throw third stones. And then you've got Emma, who has provided much input over the years as third, and now trying to step back. So there's a lot of chatter, and they're all trying to support each other. But it was a very, very long final. If you watched it last week, not a chance they would get through 19 and 19. So that has got to be a concern for this team today.
Okay, just need it over. Finish it. Good. Good.
Yeah, not just from watching it, my perspective, that would be the difficulty. When does Emma want to speak up? Does, you are the former skip, Homan, what do you say to your new skip now? There's just a lot of questions there. Everybody has to assume their new roles.
I only had to do it once. It's when I skipped for Brad and Mark, and I was throwing second, but I wanted to run down there and watch the rocks come at me. So that's what I did my entire life, and that burns a lot of time. Then you start discussing my shots because that's what I was used to. You have to discuss Brad's as the last rock thrower. You really can hurt yourself time-wise.
So you get Colleen Jones now coming in, the 6-time Canadian champion, 2-time world champion. She crashes on the guard as she steps in for Marie Christensen. Marie not with the team. She is writing her final exam in Halifax
Behind the corner. Okay.
for an osteopath exam, a 5-year program. So we wish her well and good luck with that exam. And she was supposed to have written it last year, but it was delayed because of COVID. So not with the team this weekend.
Great attempt by Colleen, but it accomplished just about nothing. That back red one's still buried. A chance to roll and bury another. Oh boy, that's way out there.
Gotta go find right the hold. No, just got it. Just held it up and avoids the jam at the back.
Same weight.
So first time on the ice in a competitive situation for Suzanne Birt. The ice just went in at the Montague this past weekend, as it did for a lot of clubs in the Atlantic provinces. But they did practice for several days in Halifax.
Close. Hair left. Yes, Megan. Megan,
Back
yes.
Yep.
Back four.
Hard for
Just
line.
the line. Just the line.
Yes, line. Hard line.
Not very heavy. That guard's getting in the way here.
Go, go, go,
One
go,
more
go.
time. Crashed on it the first time and will crash again.
Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Go, go, go. Good sweep, Megan. Sweep.
And staying with it, gets every little bit of curl out of it. Still has the Homan team sitting the one. And they do have last rock.
They were two very similar throws. Yeah.
Line back here.
Okay.
Like that. Or you
Yeah.
think we're going to lose the rings a bit?
A little bit. I think she's going to hit the open one as long as we're 8 foot.
Okay.
So if she ever does that, she can roll them both on for shots. We got to be closer to the 4 foot. It's tough to get there, to be honest.
Or I play with this with the out turn. Anyway. Okay. Control?
Sure, I don't mind board just because I'm
Sure.
not seeing a ton of curl right now.
Okay.
I think
This
we
should
can hold,
move.
we can
I
hold
think
everything.
this should move to the wing.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of discussion you
Should we able
were
to hold it?
alluding to, Kathy?
Yes, and it's not a very complicated situation. So imagine, if you will, 4, 5, 6 more rocks. And both of these back-end players really accomplished skips with very different ideas sometimes. And you heard Rachel just trying to be helpful in saying maybe even a little bit less weight. We haven't seen that many. And it's just that extra discussion instead of putting the broom down
Yeah.
for your third that was Emma Miskew and saying, here's what I'd like you to throw.
Yeah, there's more diplomacy.
Interesting too, Kat, that Tracy is running this like the skip. She went down, put the broom down, slid down to the far end. That's time consuming. It's a great idea if you can keep the clocks on your side.
Oh, did very well. Good brush. Really good brush
What? Can you use our names?
from Wilkes and Miscue.
Names instead of card?
So they avoid the jam.
Megan's really curled here, but it was farther over, right?
Yeah.
Saw Ryan Fry
Maybe hair
behind Rachel Homan. They brought him on the team to help, and I asked Tracy, what exactly is Ryan's role? Is it technical? What is it? And she said he has been asked to join the team for his honesty. He is blunt, and that's exactly what they welcome with the new team.
As he peers over their shoulder from behind the scoreboard. So this is a first now, and the difficulty here for Colleen Jones will be she's never watched a left-hander.
Yeah, and
hard to believe.
People hear us say that, they question what we're talking about. You're coming from a 11, 12-inch different angle to start with, and then everybody's in turn curls more than their out turn, like this one.
And we'll roll it over and underneath, so hangs it on the edge for second shot.
This curls a lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna run and get my water.
Yeah,
Here
another
should-
inch.
Yeah, here should be good.
If anybody can figure it out, it's Colleen, but it's sudden death against a world-class team. You've got to figure it out fast.
And that's the thing to keep in mind if you're just joining us on the second day of our coverage. The PointsBet Invitational is one and done. If you lose, you're out. You win 4 games here, you could win $50,000.
Maybe a little
3 choices here. You could go around again, around that red one, dangerous because you might set up a double. You could go around the center, but it needs to be good, or that's a bit of a problem too. Or you can just go to the open side.
So let's take our first look at Caitlin Laws and her team. Rebuilt, of course, Laws after all those years with Jennifer Jones, now with Selena Negevin, Jocelyn Peterman, and Kristen McCush, as she plays the reigning Canadian Junior champions. They are from the Halifax Curling Club, but now skipped by Emily Deschênes, who takes over for Taylor Stevens, who aged out.
Well, this end really set up by a nice double by Selena Negevin on her second stone. That left the Laws team lying 2 spread out. Emily Deschênes chased one of them, but it is still shot that belongs to Caitlin Laws. This is a draw for 2.
And there it is for a couple. They've played the Laws team a couple of events this year. They lost in a final in Oslo to Anna Hasselborg, and then they won the Mother Club event in Winnipeg at the legendary Granite.
Well, and speaking of being a mother, that Mother Club, Caitlin will become a mom for the first time in December. The objective, she says, if things play out the way that she'd like it to, is to finish her curling for this year in October and then rejoin the team after the baby is born in January, which will be the Provincial Scotties in Manitoba.
Russ, they call that in TV the perfect segue.
Yes. Wow.
Yes, segue. From the Mother Club to speaking about a mother to be. Yes. Yes. So it's set up here for the deuce for Homan.
Same thing? Yeah. Pretty good, like, to the broom, positive, so. I wasn't sure what I was going to do up there. Same weight's great, Rach. Yeah, same weight's good. Are you thinking faster here?
Maybe a little faster, but that weight should be okay.
We swept that there, though.
Yeah, no more.
There would be nothing wrong with throwing the same shot she just threw. A lot more real estate going this way.
One world championship to go with those 3 Canadian titles.
Weight's close.
And so close to more Canadian titles.
Yes.
I think you gotta go.
No, you need full 8 here.
Really gotta go.
I got it.
Go, push. Hard, I gotta go.
Emma, miscue. Sarah Wilkes. This is
Gotta go hard.
get it a little more. Oh, goodness, and they just got it there. Well done.
Is that picked or something?
Went over a hair.
Shouldn't have been that
They
late.
picked. You picked up 2. Day 2 of the PointsBet Invitational from here in Fredericton, and Willie O'Ree Place. And Rachel Homan and her team from the Ottawa Curling Club open with a couple. Means that Suzanne Birt and the team from Montague. Prince Edward Island will have the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones. Homan with the first from Wilkes came in. Corner went up from Birt. Wilkes on her second tried to cover, and now they're coming in with the second from Michelle McQuaid.
Okay, good call. Good. See almost all of it? Okay, control. Roll out's okay. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, should curl a bit here based off my peel.
It has to curl
settle
here.
down a little. None of Tracy's curled.
Easy.
Release. Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep.
Yeah.
Hard.
Whoa.
Wilkes.
Whoa.
And good brush. Now the question is, can they hold it at the back? And it will hang around. So sitting 2 without.
9-5. Yeah.
That wasn't,
9 is normal.
yeah, that wasn't control. They shoot that a lot harder than she was asked to, but it was a good idea.
Is this? Peel. Okay.
Updating a couple of scores. The team of Casey Scheidegger with Christy Moore skipping out of Lethbridge picks up a single against Carrie Galusha. And Holly Duncan seeded number 7 with a quick 3 against number 10, Penny Barker out of Moose Jaw.
Well, Christy Moore is throwing last rock. You mentioned earlier that she was the lead for Casey Scheidegger, now skipping her own team and being asked to come back and skip this week, and lots of confidence in the team. Had to make a very nice draw on the first end and did.
Top 8's okay. Yep.
Yeah, her new team includes Susan O'Connor as they're playing, and it's a couple of old friends hooking up there. And of course, Christy was the alternate when Cheryl Bernard won her silver medal at the Olympics in Vancouver.
Top 12. Top 4. Okay, big up. 7. Nice. Hair light. 6. You have room. Wait. 5. A little bit of curl. Top 4. Real light. Gotta go. Head down.
Line's good. Yep, go for speed.
Go. Hard.
As far as you can.
Keep going. 8 foot. Go.
Keep going. Great sweep. Nice shot.
Great start from Emma Miskut. She set up the deuce last time by coming around that corner guard. Absolutely perfect with good depth. Did it again here.
Well, also the ability, she just overthrew one. Right now to come back and say, all right, I'll make my adjustment with the kick.
But you know, with the overthrow was the best thing she could do. I think if she throws the right weight, it would have wrecked.
Running it straight back. Got it? Sure does. And will it hang around? And it does not, but leaves that center guard, so they've got a center and a corner to work with, down by a couple playing here in 2.
Good shot this early in the game, this early in the season. Those are not easy.
Almost bang, right?
Yeah, you just gotta like anticipate. Like I thought it was fine, but just late curl.
Tracy throws a softer release than the rest of the team, but she gets it out. She gets it full side of the broom every time and very rarely overthrows. That's a good combination.
So Tracy Fleury, remember last year in Thunder Bay, she had COVID, picked it up before the event, and then drove and stayed in quarantine until the final week, and Selena Negevin was skipping the team then, and she joined the team for the final weekend. And how close she came when she lost the trials final to Jennifer Jones.
Boy.
And there again, you know, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, Kathy, about you never know if you're ever going to get that opportunity again. And you say you quite often remember those moments more than you do your wins.
You do, because they hurt more. You're so celebratory when you win something, but you always think about what if. I think that's my favorite sign. I don't know if it's still there, but in the Port Arthur Curling Club, there used to be a big sign right at the very end, just 2 letters, if. And that's so much about this game, if only I had, or if only I hadn't. And it was just tough. That team that skipped by Tracy came straight to the Manitoba Scotties right after that trials loss. And I think to a player, people just felt really bad for them. They were walking ghosts, just shattered by what had happened.
Colleen Jones with her draw to the corner. Overthrows it just a bit.
Faster. Was the split comparable to the out-turn draw that was 12 foot?
Jams would be shot back here. You want to roll here? I think so. Okay. Hey, how much weight? Same.
Don't want to leave a pocket here. You want to maybe roll buried or even roll out at this point.
Whoa, yep.
Wilkes on it almost immediately.
Really gotta go.
Hard to get by. Hard to get by the guard.
Boy, it's going to be close. Oh.
Kath, I think that's going to be the difference with this team for a little while. That Rachel's team historically has thrown them poker straight. They managed to get that outward motion and a lot of extension, and Tracy's a little bit softer release.
It's interesting. She does set her stone all the time, but because even though she's setting it, which should say that it would stay out there, because it's softer, it does have that finish that the other three won't get.
And Rachel will play everything so tight because of her release.
Hughes and McQuaid now on the brush. And
Off of this one.
so Colleen Jones a little heavy with her first, and then comes up light with the second. Slight stagger now up front.
Yeah, that's not where you wanted that one.
Top 4, top 8. Surprised how much my first one went so deep. I know. Carried. So then I tried to take a little off. And
Too much. Did you say it's the
Big
same?
trouble here early.
I'd say you could throw the same as this out turn. If you take off a bit, that's fine.
There's definitely been a theme, Vic, with the teams that have played and the teams that haven't. The teams that haven't, in most part, have really taken a long time to get it going.
hard line.
Hard line. 6. Wait on me. 5. Room. 6.
To curl a bit. Lots of
7. 6. Oh. Can't be deep.
No, can't. Stop. Can't. Shot, Rach. 4 to it.
Right to the lid,
throw.
called out 6, ended up a 7.
My weight, you know, I threw back here and it walked. It touched that, right? So you know it's going to come with that if you want to throw it.
Wonder, can we
Say what?
shot? Can we be shot at the end of it though?
Well, it's going to be close. You know, you saw it.
Yep.
Pretty good. That's a lot less than I had, but you like it.
Yeah. Just back 8.
Yep.
Right now, it's the Homan team sitting 4. As we get our first look at Galusha against Scheidegger, mentioned that Christy Moore has the Lethbridge team out 1-0. Now it is Galusha from Yellowknife, and of course with Joanne Rizzo throwing the fourth stones. As you see, Christy Moore with Kate Hogan, former Kate Cameron. Belated congratulations on her August wedding.
She's in really tough, Vic. She's got very little to work with. On her final stone, Christy Moore drew around and put it right on top of already a shot stone. If she can get to the nose, may only concede one, can't afford to roll off.
Back 4. Gotta go for weight. Needs to curl. Needs to curl a lot. Hard, Megan. Gotta go weight. Yeah, go for weight. Go.
And it'll be a steal of 2 for Scheidegger. And again, no ice, as Galusha actually made a trip down to the Kitchener area of Ontario to do some practice with Joanne Rizzo.
Big trouble here. Just it was one of those ones you had to be here heavy, if anything, and move the furniture around, give yourself a little bit more room. Now you're really hurting your chances by being light there.
Curls, holy.
Is this the same line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of her more.
Okay.
If it's in the same spot as my last.
Well, we mentioned this is a Halifax junior team. It was skipped by Taylor Stevens. They won the Canadian Championship out of the Halifax Curling Club. But when she aged out, they called on the player they beat from Ontario, Emily Deschênes, and so she's now skipping this team.
Well, and she's been in trouble a lot, and it's only the second end. Faces 4 on her final stone. The Caitlin Laws team looking very, very solid right through the order. Needs the button.
Not as close. Easy, easy. Close. Yes. 2 line, guys.
It's so fast.
Hard line. Hard line. Hard.
Mary Maditall, a former Nova Scotia champion who coaches this team, said
She has this, but I
they
don't
needed to go outside the province to find somebody of this skill that they have, this junior championship team. The program, the junior programs, they've got lots of young junior teams coming up, but not sufficient at this level. So that's why they went out and brought in Emily Deschênes. And find themselves down early, 4-0.
Any different in this half? It's a little wider.
Yeah. It's pretty similar. Yeah.
That's the confirmation you hear all the time. Is this because they're going that 3 inches wider? Has anybody been out this wide? Probably in practice. But if not, it's going to be that little bit slower for sure.
It's a draw against 2, one right on the lid,
T.
one at the back of the forefoot belonging to Homan. So if she can snuggle up here, maybe if there's enough
Line's great.
T.
left in it, she may be able to move it enough for shot, but this is just to cut them down, I would think.
Line's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's tracking though.
Boy, it's close.
Real nice.
Good shot.
Good shot.
And it'll be for 1. So very nice draw. Still gives Homan another steal of 1.
14-9. It's good.
It's the second half of the women's Sweet 16. 4 games and 4 teams will be eliminated. Win, you move on to the Elite 8 with the chance, if you can win 4 games, win $50,000 here at the PointsBet Invitational in Fredericton. And right now it is all Rachel Homan and the team from Ottawa Curling. A deuce, a steal of 1. You go to the third once again. Suzanne Birt of the Montague and PEI will have the hammer. They have the last rock playing in Yellowstone.
Tight.
Hey. Speed seemed good over here. Hey, how'd you throw yours, Sarah?
Another rollout there, down 3. Yeah, you have to save those precious stones. Just gives Rachel a chance to apply that much more pressure. Rock positioning for Team Homan's been pretty good.
Close. Easy line.
Just creates that little extra
Tight. Lots of
degree of difficulty for your opponent.
Little light.
You can go. Yeah, get him.
Still lots of line. Really needs
Tight.
to curl.
It's in.
Top 12. Okay, really needs to curl.
Get it in. It is. It's there. Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. 15-3.
Be interesting.
Like that?
Holly Duncan
Hit and roll, I think.
still leads 3-1 as Penny Barker gets on the board with a single. Barker out of the Moose Jaw Ford Curling Center.
10.
And that was a very hard-earned single, having to make a run-back double to get rid of Duncan Stones in the house.
10. Oh. Wait's nice. Michelle. Yep, go Michelle. Hard Michelle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sit. Okay.
I'm curious, Russ, what were you about to say? It was, you were starting with it would be interesting, and I want to know what would be interesting.
I stopped talking with the updates. Thanks, Kath. I think Kathy, it'd be very, very interesting to talk to Rachel at some point. And when I play with Brad, I was obviously the skip because I can't sweep. He had to sweep brush for the first time ever, and he loved it. I was surprised, and he felt he read the paths better. With the brush down, you can feel the frost. You get a little better feel of speed control, which is so important for the last rock thrower. And obviously, Brad and Rachel are in such great shape. There's not a problem physically, but I wonder how it'll be with her doing all the manual labor.
Well, I don't think it's the manual labor. I agree. She is very, very fit and probably welcomes that. She plays mixed doubles, and that is a huge part of it. It's just what you talked about earlier that's the biggest change, is not seeing 6 rocks coming at you before you throw your final 2 that makes it difficult to sit in the hack and have that confidence that you know exactly what it'll do.
Yeah, it's so, when you've skipped for a long time, you're so used to watching the rocks come at you.
And think about the releases that she has in her repertoire, that they throw different releases on conditions, and that's based on her seeing 6 rocks going down the ice. Now she only sees 2.
Yeah, true. With all these possible distractions and changes the team Homan has to come up with, they had a wonderful start to the season, Vic. 7-1, lost on the last shot to Jones in a bonspiel in Alberta.
Yeah, that was the Saville in Edmonton about a couple of weeks back, I guess.
9-8. Okay. Nice. Down normal. Good. Okay. You care? Intern. Yeah. Good.
Do you think that's enough for fresh, or?
I think you can throw a little more weight.
Okay. Yeah, like an up normal maybe.
Okay.
I thought one of the things that Rachel Homan said she was looking forward to, Kathy, was not having to do a lot of thinking and give up that aspect of it. I don't know if she'll ever stop the thinking.
Oh, she won't. There's not a question about it. But something really struck me in talking to Carrie Anderson the other day when she said it has been a long 4 years, and I know that all these teams that put so much into getting to the Olympics, you don't regret it for a minute, but it is mentally exhausting. And so, especially in this year, the first of the quad, for Rachel to not have to think about 8 shots, 16 shots an end, and just to be able to throw, I think is going to be a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and there to...
so sorry. Bad throw.
Yeah, so she's had struggles, Colleen Jones. And as well, there was the pandemic to deal with, too. So there's that added part of it. As people played in bubbles and couldn't do your normal kind of routines in many cases. So that was a difficult 4 years.
Well, and Rachel's now got 2 young children. There's a lot going on.
As you do.
Mine are not young.
Oh,
no. You mean you two? Ain't that the truth?
There you go.
4-5.
Unforced error.
Don't take it. It's really carrying, Sarah. I think it's pretty good. Clean it.
They're going to split the rings. And I mean, look at that's
14-7.
flat out miss. You're heading towards a blank if you can just exchange stones, and now you're probably going to be forced.
Yeah,
Did you throw 8
that's not what the doctor ordered for sure. Good call here by Suzanne to try to freeze. If you can get this freeze close, you really get feel for draw weight, but if you get the error by blasting them out of there, Rachel blasts them out of there, then you can get your blank.
The same speed.
This is such a tough shot. You can over curl by an inch or so and it's gone.
Yeah, same speed as you've been throwing.
Okay.
Down by 3.
Okay.
as we play here in the third.
T.
And Suzanne Birt.
It's not curling yet. Hey. Top 4.
Long way to go.
T.
4-4 at the Scotties in Thunder Bay.
Yeah, we're like back 8.
Whoa.
Wow, look at that.
Great
Wait,
shot.
Very nice. I think that may have come down a little more than they thought it would because they were talking back 8.
You're right.
Like it carrying better?
Over to the corner.
Slid further.
Yeah.
Felt similar weight, but
Historically, the inside-out shots are quicker in arenas, but that got right over to where there hasn't been any traffic.
That I would throw wide here to the middle, but it seemed to
Track
like
longer.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
that's all.
Yeah, if you peel it out, that's fine. I think it's there, though. Yeah, for sure. How are you throwing it, Reed?
I think just straight through. This should fall out on its own, eh?
Yep.
Some things never change. Huh? You know what I'm going to say. How you throwing it, Rach? Straight through.
Straight through.
Yep.
Turned it, so stay close.
Yep. No, don't need to. I just want to make sure. Okay.
And we'll squeeze it out. And
Great shot.
ooh, did it?
Sorry.
Is it
I
there?
think you're good.
It's off from here.
Thank you. It's in.
God.
Looks off, doesn't it?
Looks like
You
it
gonna
might
take
be
a
on the
chance?
block.
All right, let's drop in on Galusha and Scheidegger as he carries out 1, 2, and Joanne Rizzo wants to have a little bit more of a chat with Kerry Galusha.
They've gone back and forth a number of times trying to decide whether they're lying 2 or 3.
From here it looks off.
So you don't want to draw and find out that you had a chance for 4.
Yeah, you can't afford to play.
Yeah, the hit's not that hard, Kathy. Take that guesswork out of there.
Yeah. So what do you like? I like a 9-5 better.
Well, some good shots by the Galusha team this end, and Christy Moore just ticking on guards both times, not getting through the hole to the red stones belonging to the Galusha team.
9-5. I just don't want to
Run pretty straight,
pussy around with the
Meanwhile, they must have decided that that stone is on. Are they playing the draw here?
Same process. You got this.
Looks like they are drawing for the 1, are they?
For
In our game.
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, they are.
We are watching 2.
Yeah, sorry.
2 eyes,
Our
1
game.
on each. So they've decided that it's on the edge. Final stone on the way, Joanne Rizzo.
only.
Reed's good. Yep. Whoa, they're down.
Clean it.
9.5.
Yep.
Clean. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Wait, where'd Edward go to clean? How'd a girl, Joe?
Nice go.
Good.
Oh, that's a nice
4.
bounce back, isn't it?
4 right.
Down by 3,
Gotta go.
and they put 4 on the board to take the lead, Galusha.
Hard.
Suddenly McQuaid and Hughes are fighting for this. Oh, goodness. They're going to come up light, so it's 1 for sure.
Stick it out there.
And they're going to put the stick on it to see if it's a steal of 2. Just nothing going right for Suzanne Birt.
A lot of our viewers at home look at that on the overhead and say the rings must be out. But it's just the overhead's on the pin. The overhead's 6 feet away from that stone, so you're kind of looking underneath it as opposed to right over it. Yeah, there's a better angle there. So that's very close.
They always do.
I see from over here. Yeah. And if you lean, and when you lean back here, it's look back here.
Yeah. It's a close one.
It's an
I haven't
optical
looked
illusion.
over it.
It's in.
Thank you. Yeah.
Steal of 2 on a missed draw.
It's like the ultimate. Oh, it could be on. That was quite.
So we've seen half of the Sweep 16 on the men's side, and tonight we'll get a good look at the number 1 seed. Greg Duju has made a change of course. John Epping has made wholesale changes out of Tarrant. Mike McEwen no longer wears the buffalo, has the Trillium on his back as he's come into Ontario. Reed Carruthers, Kevin Cooey. He's made wholesale changes. We're going to need the program tonight when we introduce you to some very new-looking teams here at the PointsBet Invitational. 5-0, Homan leads. Deuce with the hammer. Steal 1, steal 2. And it hasn't gone well for Suzanne Birt. And the rust showing here, particularly for Colleen Jones, who has really struggled.
Oh, there's a beauty.
Very good.
Colleen could have brushed that yellow, and at the end it spun back. So I think Team Homan can get at this.
Just rip it.
Good double.
Okay. You hit the guard, that's fine too.
Okay, you got it. It should curl up a little.
Guard's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Yep. Right out.
Yep.
Okay. 410, you think?
Yep.
4-0. Caitlin Laws leads Emily Deschênes out of the Halifax Curling Club, and here she comes.
Well, an opportunity to get 2 back was lying 1 buried on her final stone. Caitlin Laws tried to play a corner freeze to the stone, was a little bit deep, and slid to the back 8 foot. So already lying 1 needs the 4 foot to score 2.
Oh, very nice. This team has also been participating in the Next Gen program of Curling Canada. They made it to the semifinal of an event in Edmonton. And I like that program, Kathy. It gives those teams an opportunity to raise their game, take it to another level without committing themselves to the what we could call, let's say, the regular tour.
Well, what I really like about it is that from the time that you're a junior to the time that you're become men and women, it's 1 year, but the age gap and the depth is so dramatic that with the U25 that they ran this year, it helps the teams that are just recently out of juniors to play with teams they probably competed against in juniors or that are a 2 or 3 year older than them, and to work with the game before you're facing someone like Cooey or Botcher or Jennifer Jones or Caitlin Laws. I think it's a terrific idea.
I said, you're both right. Good. Nice shot, Tracy. Really good. Good throw.
Tracy doing what Tracy does best, just beautiful speed control.
A lot of late finish there now.
Yeah. Well, Boone's off.
Yeah.
I couldn't touch it ever.
Yeah.
Great throw. I wasn't sure if I need to give you a hair more.
Needs to make something happen. Colleen Jones.
The problem with throwing this weight, Vic, is it's all or nothing. There's a good chance this raise doesn't stay in the rings.
Coming up,
Oh, well
touching
done.
something, and we'll get them both. Are you going to spill them
Well
both?
done.
Yes, that's the shot of a champion, a 6-time Canadian champion.
Just pokes out in the open, so it's wide open for Rachel.
There you go.
Well, she did tell us that by the 9th end, she felt that she would be ready to go. So just because they haven't had very many throws. She said she throws a lot, often with Kim Kelly, but it's not game situations. And so you have to force yourself into that game situation to feel comfortable playing again.
And a totally different surface you're practicing on, which it can almost be detrimental.
Miscue picks up from Wilkes.
A little extra. Yeah. Oh, we can leave it. Okay.
And extra.
It didn't look heavy out of your hand, but it really bounces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holly Duncan has come back with a couple to tie at 3 after Penny Barker had stolen 2 in the third.
Stop 12. Yeah, for line. Yeah. Keep looking.
Line's good. Line's good. Go, go, go,
Michelle,
go, go.
yep.
Hard, 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 hard.
Get off that guard.
Hard, 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 hard.
Good sweep.
Good. Sorry. A little more weight.
Yeah.
Colleen's ticked at least 3 guards.
2.
Like that? 2.
Just not quite believing the curl.
I just had the same run back.
And just to clarify, it was Barker that picked up a steal of 2 in 3.
Right.
To tie Duncan. So they're even at 3, playing in the 4th. Barker from Moose Jaw, Duncan from Woodstock, Ontario.
That same speed. I'm not seeing.
I'm thinking like top button, max separation.
Okay, I'm not seeing any slowdown yet. So same as you've been throwing.
Okay, this is a foot more ice, and
Yeah.
no one's been out here.
Okay.
It's the widest we've been, so I'll stay down.
Yeah, I
Just
think
a little
still,
cross.
assuming it's good.
Just careful that outside guard. It might be a table out here.
Okay.
I'll keep it there.
Well, it's a little early to hear that kind of talk. There may be a table out there.
Yeah, that's code for a straighter area. They don't want it to run straight. They know it's going to curl in tighter. They're a little afraid it could run straight and hit the corner guard, but I don't see that happening.
5, 6. Lean on it, Sarah. Hard.
Oh, just a touch, just a little rub, and still has finish. Goodness.
Great sweep, Sarah.
It's almost fully buried.
I love that throw. Just not enough ice.
It looked really nice.
We were on this guard forever. Wow. Nice throw. Good sweep, guys. So it's bet. It's just the same out there. I threw back. Lean on it, Sarah. Hard.
Once that
Hard.
gears off the corner, it actually picks up more rotation and has more time to spin and curl, and it's almost underneath that yellow.
9.5. Right on.
Good enough that Suzanne's going to have to play the run back. Outside chancer, Vic. You hit it dead on. You roll to the left there behind one of those yellow. Might create an error and get your deuce.
Normal weight on the nose. Okay. It'll roll behind everything.
Okay. Just normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep. Yeah.
Suzanne Birt, her first. What do you got? Run it back. And now,
Whoa,
look
whoa,
at that.
whoa.
Will it stop there? It does, and it's undercover.
Boy, 2 great run backs here, Colleen and Suzanne.
Peeked out.
That's good.
Yeah, it's showing maybe a little bit on that outturn side.
Out.
Which could be beneficial, Vic. Rachel goes for it. There's a good view of it. You go for it. You ever tick that yellow thin enough?
Never draw here, hey?
Could be a draw for 3.
Yeah, you spill that in,
It's
lose
possible.
the shooter.
Yeah.
Call time? Sure. Time out.
I like the draw you just
I like the draw. Just I don't want to tick them in or something.
There you go.
There it is.
So here comes
Just
the
thinking-
coach.
Even if I make this, she
We'll
has
go
a
here.
split for 2, right? We're
Yeah,
just.
you can't.
You don't have much of it?
You have to include the
Well,
skipper.
I'd rather take it in, and I'm wondering if we just draw
You
again.
just threw it. I'm good with it.
I was just thinking, even if I make this perfect, she still can split for 2.
As we drop in on Galusha and Scheidegger. Remember, Casey is not here. Christy Moore throwing the 4th stone, Kathy.
And huge momentum switch after that last end. Taking 4, now facing 3. She did on her first, played a very similar shot. Can see about half from the hack, needs to get to the face of it and stick around.
By the 1, get it by the 2nd, sure does. And hang around there, yes they do. And it's a very nice shot by Christy Moore.
Sorry, I was just like, a little flat in there. I just wanted to keep you on it.
You like this idea? Do you think this is the smarter play? I mean, she just made the draw, and she said she loved her throw the first.
Well,
one.
I think that's an excellent point, Vic. Sometimes there's more than one right shot, and if you've just thrown it, this makes this one much more manageable. And yes, I do. I like this a lot. That tick I brought up earlier gives up a 3. You're 5 up here. The most you can possibly give up here is 2, and you can also make it 6-0. Get this in a good spot. This could actually win her the game by making this good.
Gotta go. Get it there, guys.
Quilts. Miscue.
All right, Sarah, go. Finish all the way back. Go, hard.
Look at that curl. Goodness. Think about where that was.
It was too late. Great shot.
Yeah, that was all over the outside guard for the longest time. If they have no choice here to play the run back, and these are so easy to miss.
Nice spot for come around to that late finish.
Yeah.
Great job.
That was a veteran call for sure.
Here last.
Final stone. Looking for the run back to possibly get a deuce. Trailing 5-0. Right now it's a stolen point for Homan. Got it? Got it? Yes, you do. 2 lovely stones. Well, 3 in a row, really. When you get Pauline Jones and then 2, Suzanne Birt makes a couple of beauties. They're on the board. Birt picks up 2. Michelle McQuaid throwing the lead stones for Suzanne Birt of the Montague Curling Club. Gets on the board with a really very nice deuce. As we welcome you back on this Thursday, day 2 of the PointsBet Invitational from Fredericton. And so Rachel Homan once again will have last rock. Playing the Red Stones out of the Ottawa Curling Club. As you take a look at the time ticking down, remember now each team given 19 minutes to play the first half. 19 minutes for the second. Don't carry over unused time, and 2 1-minute time or 2 90-second timeouts, and the Homan team has already used 1.
Don't know what to do with it.
Hey, not bad. Guard that.
I like the guard on it.
Long. Yeah.
Seven Scotty's appearances for Michelle McQuaid with Suzanne and with Robin McPhee.
Make sure. Halfway. Yeah, go. Halfway. Line's okay. Just Michelle. Hey, that's good. That's good. That's good. Easy. It's good.
Very nice.
Good.
Great. Good wait, Megan.
Yeah. Based on, I know rocks are different depending on
Just off
split.
the line, eh?
Hey.
Yeah. That'll be okay.
You heard somebody talking about these stones. They are what Curling Canada says is their B set. And they hadn't been used in a while. The last time would have been in the Scotties was in 20 in Moose Jaw. Carrie Anderson was the winner there, and the last time in a men's event was the 19 Brier in Brandon, and Kevin Cooey won there.
Another great stones. Both sets are fantastic. There's very few really bad ones or in different ones. They sand them up virtually every event, sometimes twice an event, so they can always change a little bit. But with the brushing nowadays, you can make up for a rock that's 3 feet slower. It's the a line that is the tough part for a lot of these curlers, where one's a little sharper, curls might be 6-8 inches more. That makes it tough to deal with. Got to get off this. It's going to come out the other side.
Ooh, that's good.
Nicely done.
Do you still like the out turn? Yep, yep. Same weight. Heel. Heel, yeah. Okay.
Let's drop in on sheet D, and that's a Penny Barker against Holly Duncan, and it is Duncan out of Woodstock. Final stone.
Well, she opened with a 3 and then let Barker back in the game, but has a chance to go back up 3 after Penny Barker tried 2 doubles, got 1 on both of them, and on her final one rolled her shooter to 3rd shot. So already lying 2, a chance to get 3 if she's full 8 foot.
Duncan and the team from Woodstock, they've already played an event that was called the Summer Series. They played it in Quebec. She lost to Sylvia Tiranzoni in the semifinals 7-3 and picks up a big 3 there.
An eighth of her off. I like go pretty close to nose.
Really
And
does
not
seem,
like
when you think back, what was the earliest time you ever played, Kathy? Do you remember?
Gosh, end of August.
Okay.
But end of August, and that was a local that they tried one year. We weren't traveling, that's for sure.
Yourself, Russ, do you remember?
Yeah, later than that. It was probably middle of September even.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs back then weren't getting their ice until the first, second week of October, so it was tough to find ice to even train.
Okay, just sit there.
Well, I think that the teams that went to Saint Félicien, which is where Holly Duncan went, that first tour stop, if you will, for teams that did, a lot of them went without having thrown hardly at all because there just wasn't any ice.
Kind of weight. Normal. Okay. Should be able to hold this with normal here.
Look at this. As Emily Deschênes out of the Halifax Curling Club comes back, steals a couple. And they're tied now with Caitlin Laws.
And that was an end where the Laws team had a couple of miscues, had a flash on a hit, and then Caitlin Laws needed 8 foot on her final against 2 buried stones and came well short of the house.
Good.
Game is on.
Good shot, Tracy. Thanks. Nice shot. I need some water. I need to figure out a better system here.
It's hard to fit it in.
Yeah.
Colleen Jones. And now. Holding on, sure does, and it will sit at the back.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Kim Kelly and how she and Colleen practice together. Yeah, it's nice to see her here. 5 Canadian championships, 2 golds, a Canadian senior as well. Does a lot of coaching now. In fact, I think was coaching Jill Brothers last year and wants to get into that kind of thing. But give back to the game that way.
What a team that was. All those years, 4 Canadian championships in a span of 5 years.
Yeah, Marianne Arsenault,
Yeah.
Nancy Delahunt, of course.
Yeah, see if you can hold it here too. You threw one here in the first end. Yeah. Weight's good. Curl.
Thought they might play the come around here. I know they're up 3. There's nothing wrong with this call either, but if you don't stay here.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
This side of the line for a while.
Well, after falling behind 5-0, Suzanne Birt managed to pick up a couple. Really, it started with a nice run back by Colleen Jones. First one by Suzanne Birt, and now this one.
Yeah, the last 2 ends, they've been as good or better than Team Homan. It's the unfortunate start. They're very rusty, did not play well at all, but 3 run backs and stick it. That's unbelievable for a nice deuce.
Key shot brought to you by OK Tire. It's going to be okay.
So you get this on the around the tee line, top tee line, get it half buried, 3/4 buried. You're shrinking the scoring area, just about eliminates a blank, and you might grab a steal out of this.
What are you looking at? 4.5, maybe 5 feet of curl here?
Oh, for sure.
Brush was down middle of the 8-foot.
Keep looking.
Tight.
Being an intern, it'll be even more curl.
Just on the paint.
Easy. Keep going.
Yep.
Staying with it, Megan
Nice
Hughes.
shot.
Very nice.
Sleeping.
All the way around.
Like for you.
15, 2.
Just sitting here.
No choice now. You could
Maybe just a little more.
got to get
ice
around
on
this somehow.
What? Nice. Line's important here. So is weight, I guess. T? Yeah. Top. Okay.
Real nice. Got it walked though, didn't it?
It did,
Like,
yeah.
beautiful.
Hers was just straight light. I think it's up to speed here. You want a little less? You can carve it over. We can finish it in. You got it.
Hair less than when I throw it there, or is
Yeah.
it coming down?
Nope. Couple feet less.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, is it ever?
Oh, there. Oh, there. 6. Oh, no, I'm
It's a little big.
little light. Big is there. Last line. 6. 6, 7.
In a 4-4 tie, Carrie Galusha has the brush down. And for Joanne Rizzo.
They've taken a lot of looks at the redstone on the other side of the house, if it's biting or not. And so looking at how they're playing it, they're assuming that it's not, but it wouldn't surprise me if Christie actually asks for it to be measured.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't in, was it? That wasn't in. Quarter.
Nice shot by Rachel. It actually caught them. They thought it was heavy, and it just died enough that it's not quite buried. It was on its way to perfection.
And they kicked it away, so they, Christy Moore decided it wasn't on. So at the break, they're tied at 4.
Is it bump back?
Must be.
All right. Just board weight.
Okay.
Roll it over, Michelle.
Sure.
Now you might get a little quicker break point on the lefty's intern here, and Colleen's got to be proactive on the brushing here. It's not going to track all the way down the sheet till maybe the far hog line with this type of weight. It'll go pretty early.
Good board. Yes. Yep. Easy. Yep.
And they called right on way, so they're on it, both of them.
Michelle.
Now Michelle trying to help it over. And got it, sure does.
It's a little heavy.
And away goes the shooter, so it'll be a draw against 2. Tracy Fleury, Kathy, remember, was saying she was a little surprised because we asked her who made the call, and she says, well, like Rachel reached out to me and said, well, she said, I was surprised because I thought they'd be looking for a lead with Joanne Courtney stepping away from the game, but they came up with this idea, and it all worked out in the end.
Well, and it also speaks volumes about Emma Miskew, because for years and years and years, forever, since Bantam, she's been playing third. The decision for her to want to step into a different position and away from that third, and not to look back and say to Tracy, no, we'd rather have you than just add to the lineup, is really telling about how committed this team is to being better.
Right, and what they think about Tracy Fleury.
You bet.
Ready?
Drawing against a couple with the final stone. Rachel Homan got a push. Wilkes. Got it. God, here you go. You got it. And sure enough, they do. For a single going to the break here in 5 as they extend their lead. Remember now, you win, you move on. You lose, you go home at the PointsBet Invitational.
The 2022 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Scotty's Facial Tissues, the tissue for any issue. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Well, let's quickly update the game between Caitlin Laws and her brand new team, and that of Emily Deschênes out of Halifax.
Well, Caitlin struggled with draw weight last end, came short of the house. That led to that steal of 2, but not so much this end. Buried a wonderful stone in the 4-foot on her first. Emily Deschênes not able to get to the 4-foot. So Caitlin already lies 2. This is a draw for 3 in the exact same path, but does need right back in the 4-foot to score the 3.
So familiar face on the left, of course, Jocelyn Peterman. All those years with Jones, and then Selena Negevin, Kristen McCush. And a girl, you betcha. There you go. That's 3 all around the lid to take a 7-4 lead as they go to the break. So smiles all around. Colleen Jones, the 6-time Canadian champion, called on to join, filling in for Marie Christensen, and struggled early as Homan leads at 6-2 as we take a look at the numbers guy.
Well, the balance again, we've talked about this Birt team, the capability and the 47 Scotties appearances, but you still have to make the shots in the game, and we're starting to see it, but it was a very slow start.
And then how will this work out as the year goes on? Rachel Homan throwing 4th stone, but the skip is Tracy Fleury. Well, you'll find Atlantic Canada lighthouses all over the Maritimes. In fact, if you're down in the Halifax area, out in St. Margaret's Bay, down towards Peggy's Cove, there's a lighthouse trail that you can drive. But it is a wonderful part of our country, the Maritimes, and we're in Fredericton for this first ever PointsBet Invitational at Willie O'Ree Place. As we drop in on this game between Penny Barker and Holly Duncan, Kathy.
And she has been chasing this entire end, facing 2 buried stones belonging to Holly Duncan, trying to play the off of her own out in the wings to get to the 4-foot.
Coming? No. A little too thin, so it will be Duncan with a steal of 2. Penny Barker, who went 4-4 at the Scotties in Thunder Bay. There you see the winners yesterday in the first half of the Sweep 16. So you've got Anderson and Rock coming up. Jones against Sturmey. That was the big upset as Chelsea Carey, the 4th seed, was eliminated. And this is what we're watching today, the second half of the Sweep 16. As we welcome you back on this Thursday afternoon to Fredericton. 6-2, Homan leads it. And we go to the 6th, and it is Suzanne Birt out of Montague that does have last rock. She has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Needs to curl. Almost halfway.
Well, slow start as it was for Suzanne's team. You've still got chances here. You grab even in here. You grab your 2 fours. Grab your 2. 10 in game. You've got time.
Okay, good. Shoot. Sorry. Okay, around it. What? Hey.
And we showed you they kicking away that stone in sheet A.
So
it was a blank in 5 between Galusha and Scheidegger. So they remain at 4.
Double corner guards here for Suzanne's team, but not in great spots. It's a very easy double. They're so close together. You'd like some separation, some depth on those 2 yellows.
Go. All you got. Drag it. Push. Keep going. We're not there yet. Go.
Weight.
Close. Clean. Yep. Clean.
Hey, that's good.
Good shot.
14-7. Okay. Does it just roll under?
Yep.
Okay.
There's enough angle on the top two that you could probably roll buried and make the double. The roll buried is the key.
Hair big. Michelle.
Megan Hughes. Wanted to roll the other way.
9.
Roll it under.
It was the coffee beans.
Yeah.
Double.
Half a rock. Pardon? Half. Small half.
Sounds like somebody got a little bit of a coffee jolt during the fifth end break with some coffee, chocolate, coffee beans or something.
Yeah, a little extra speed on that one. They're blaming it on the coffee, but
Can hold it.
had to hang around. Now this one I talked about, it's fairly makeable here. A thin double. A little less than half. They'll both fly.
No.
Carve. Make contact. I got it.
That's fine.
Boy, she can throw it hard, Vic. That's a lot of speed coming down to this end. I'm not sure Tracy's ready for those.
Straight draw. Okay.
Get one around the corner here, even if it's deep. Just get it underneath.
Needs it. Closest split.
You know, Kathy, just further to what Russ is saying, to pick up what he says about Tracy Fleury getting used to Emma Miscue.
Curling hard now.
Because we've chatted about when you rebuild your teams, what are you looking for? And you know me, I know it's not a football team, it's
Megan.
not a
That's
hockey
good.
team or a baseball team. You're not looking for a left-hander, or you're looking. But what do you think? And you said, you know, Tracy will call the game, her third shots for her, and then Tracy will call something for Rachel and her last rocks. To me, that makes it more difficult. But what is it that Tracy brings in that third position?
The soft shot. She is very, very good at playing those hack weights, the bumper weights. She said that for her, those are the shots that she likes, the finesse shots. Rachel Homan is a brilliant hitter. I think one of the best blanks we saw in Scotty's history, where she made that thin double to go the extra end in the Scotty's final a couple of years ago. That's not Tracy's strength. So she said, I want to play that finesse game, and if I don't make it, I know that Rachel has that upweight ability to get us out of jail.
No, she said it looks like it's trying to come back, but then we can hold it.
It's figuring out that team DNA, isn't it? You know, like what works, what's your strength, what's your weakness. Apply that to your opponent at every single game. I think you're right on, and Tracy understands what Rachel's strengths are. Now, in this game, Rachel's made every single draw she's looked at.
She's made tremendous draws.
That's a great sign for this team.
Good, Colleen.
Colleen Jones starting to find her weight. Draws around, may have peaked.
Is it there again? Good shot.
Yeah, they.
I have a little more than half.
It's like they got here about 45 minutes too late, Vic. Eh? They just took a while to get going.
Yeah.
If we hit half, it's not jamming, right? No. I don't mind just easy normal. Do you like that?
Pardon?
Do you like normal?
Why? Like, are we trying to stick around?
No, just to not have it. I like peel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just peel.
What is
I think
Tracy
so,
like?
yeah.
That's what I'd be saying.
Normal?
And I think they've conceded to her, Kathy, haven't they?
Okay.
They have.
Just your peel weight.
There you go. And it's getting to know her, isn't it? What's your peel weight? What is our up weight?
And also what her peel weight is probably very different from Rachel's peel weight.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. Whoa, it's fine.
And fine it is.
Great shot, Tracy. Great shot.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
Well, there's no panic here, and part of the reason there's no panic is look at the experience, particularly at the back end. That is number of appearances in the Scotties. So for Colleen and Suzanne, Yep, they haven't played that much. They'll openly admit that they've struggled to find ice and that they've practiced and not played or competed together. But are they going to panic in this situation? Not a chance.
No, and then she said as much, didn't she? Said she wants to bring a little bit of a calm voice. Don't panic. No, she's been around this game and that kind of situation.
Bit.
And she's lived it. She's been in her shoes. So, yeah, or in her slider, as it were. She knows and has experienced everything.
Well, they haven't experienced as much, but if you look at the opponents today with the Fleury and Homan combination, there's a lot of Scotty's experience as well. And if you put years against them, this is recent Scotty's appearance, and those Scotties go really deep, if not winning, then into the playoff picture. So you've got the depth of women's talents, present, past, and future on this sheet today.
The only thing I would suggest when it comes to Colleen is, do you think the game, does she still fit the game? Or is she, as a senior curler now and a championship curler, can she play the game at the level that it's being played at right now?
Well, I think that for Colleen, you know, she's made choices in her life. She said she might be playing mixed doubles with Luke next week. They're still trying to figure out the event.
Right.
She's not putting the time in that she once did, but she still loves the game.
Oh, no, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying that the game has changed. The game has evolved, and you have to keep up with it, correct?
It is, but she also played a very conservative game at a time that wasn't conservative. She just stuck to her guns of what she liked.
In a 4-4 tie, Kathy, keeping you busy, Galuja and Scheidegger after that blank in 5.
And this is all pressure now on Joanne Rizzo. All of this end, Hogan and Christy Moore just guarding shot stone, and the pick never made. And so now this is the attempted tap. Needs to move the shot stone to score.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to touch it.
And how far back? It'll stop. Is it a steal of 1?
Just 1, it looks like.
Ooh, got away with one there. Another foot of steal of 3.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay, Joe.
Just 1.
Sorry, that's what happens when I get to you nicely.
So what are you throwing at me? 9.5? Just wondering if the one behind our yellow catches it, or if we're going on top of it.
I think on top of it.
Oh, here's the chance, Vic. Rachel just took the paint off the side of that guard. Hardly moved it at all, but just enough to move the thrown rock to miss the yellow. Sit 2 here. Might not be a double either.
Now Megan Hughes. Oh, where's this going to go?
Sorry, my fault. Okay.
And they'll lose it.
Freeze on it, I guess. Put in.
There's to the point, Vic, that Colleen didn't quite get on that thing quick enough.
Might get lucky with the double. Like the same ice? Like a little bit more ice? A little more ice, same weight, I think. Same throw with just a little bit more ice. And I think you
Righty's
got it.
out-turn would have tracked a little longer there, and she just got fooled.
Is it the left-hander thing?
Yeah, I think so. Different hack, softer release with that one particular in-turn.
Yeah, same
Boy,
weight.
if they'd ever rolled that berry, that would have made things interesting.
That was hack, eh?
Yep.
You see enough to get at it?
I think so, and Rachel just threw it. She's got a great idea what this will do.
Similar.
Little left. Yeah, then. Yeah.
Final stone for Rachel Homan. As it gets going here, it's going to be close, really close. Get to it. And does, and pushes it through the hole. What a wonderful shot. Rachel Homan.
Good rage.
Very, very nice.
Too big. I think we need more ice. Yeah. It's curling crazy there.
Good proactive
Okay.
brushing
Can
there
we
on
ever
that
play?
immediately.
Emma miscue.
Roll to a good spot.
It's really steep. Okay.
I don't think the double's an option, Vic. I think that yellow's in, but I don't know how you make the double and stay. They're just going to try to nose this.
Same way. Yep. Right to it.
Oh, again,
Right
trying
to
to
it.
hold
Never
this
off.
for her.
Hard.
Trying to hold it
Go, go,
for her.
go,
You don't
go,
want to
go.
roll this one out. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
And she'll go too far. It's going to be a steal of one.
Yep. It goes there.
Very wrong.
Well, we've moved sheets. We've gone right next door to sheet A with our featured game. Suzanne Birt down 7-2 to Rachel Homan. We're going to drop in on Galusha. Carrie Galusha, the team from Yellowknife, playing the Redstone, seeded number 11 against Casey Scheidegger, seeded number 6 from Lethbridge, with Christy Moore skipping the team. And this is Kate Hogan throwing the third stones for the Scheidegger team.
And this game has been a bit of a roller coaster ride. Momentum all Christy Moore the first couple of ends, and then that big 4 that we showed up on the board for Carrie Galusha put her team back very much in this game.
And then Scheidegger now with the steal of 1 to go up 5-4. We play here in 7.
I mean,
Yeah, if you roll my way
I think we go for it. Because our roll's not very good. Then
Yeah.
they'll be sitting too.
I'm fine
Do you want to
with
throw here?
Like,
With the out?
Sure. I worked on it. Yeah. And you can get off there. And I think it'll run a little lengthy with the out here. Yeah. Can I have a smidge more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple choices with this straight back. You could maybe hit half the back yellow, clean it by your own, sit 2. Or you can get rid of all the rocks at the back and just leave the one that's being thrown by Sarah. That would keep the blank alive going into 8.
Yeah.
Sarah Colton throwing the third stones.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
7-4. Caitlin Laws leading the reigning Canadian junior champions from Halifax Curling Club, Emily Deschênes.
Well, Emily's first one tried to corner freeze on the shot stone, just over curled. She did get second shot out of it, so Caitlin capped it off in the 12-foot. That forces Emily out a little bit further, does need to get right to the lid to score.
Line's still good.
Top 4, T-line.
Easy.
53% on her draws as she throws.
Okay, 14-5.
And it'll be a steal of that 1. T-line, edge of the button.
Not out. Try the double.
Good. A giant.
Yeah. Control. Make sure we stick it.
Yeah. Okay, control here. Hey, we have
Just
control.
control.
Yeah, over the.
You got it. Slow slide. 11 o'clock.
Try to roll over a couple feet.
Okay, whoa. No.
Joe, you're gonna have to go.
Soon to be Dr. Colton
Yep.
Hard.
is Sarah. She continues her studies at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine.
Okay, hard for nose. Yep, keep going. Okay. Just a little down. 10-8. Good throw, Sarah.
And last time we looked here, it was Duncan with a steal of 2. Penny Barker trying to get herself back into it out of Moose Jaw.
Holly Duncan's final stone was a hit and tried to stick around, but rolled a little bit too far. So she does lie 1, but it is mostly open for Penny Barker. If she can remove it and stick around, it's for 2.
Missed the playoffs in Thunder Bay with a record of 4-4. And that will be for a couple.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Just leave it right here. Dead on's fine.
Quite the resume for Christy Moore. We mentioned she was the alternate at the Olympics for Cheryl Bernard, silver medalist in Vancouver. Canadian junior champion with Heather Nedewin. World junior champion as well.
No roll, no roll. Good.
Last year played the lead for Scheidegger, but she's this Scheidegger has rebuilt her team with the addition of Kate Hogan, formerly Kate Cameron at third position, and Taylor McDonald coming in at lead.
I never wanted to see that.
What is she gonna do?
Okay. I like it.
Those two, Cameron and Taylor, of course, were looking for teams after Laura Walker,
let's
who
try
they
the
played
double.
with
Might
in
get the ball.
Thunder Bay. Walker stepping away from the team game, Laura, and concentrating more on the mixed doubles with Kirk Myers. So he had a couple of really good players available.
There's a bit of that happening, isn't there, in our country with the top teams? John Morris is doing the same, not playing in the four-man men's event, playing mixed doubles only.
Whoa.
Close. Whoa. Whoa.
That's a debate that's going to go on for a while, I think, Kathy. I don't think you want to exclude players from doing both,
Okay.
but I think there has to be a cutoff. Maybe a time, a period where you say prior to it, you say you want pick one or the other. What do you want?
It's tough. You know what? I hear what you're saying
No, you don't.
because there's a microphone. But as a player, I wanted every opportunity to play in everything that I've got. And the challenge right now is for teams to qualify for the Canadian Championships. You have to play in a couple of events. You can't just say, I'm going to show up. And so you got to look at your men's schedule, your women's schedule, and try to figure out what you're prepared to give up.
Yeah, minimum 3, I think it is,
It is
for mixed.
3,
And
yeah.
then you add that to your 7 or 8 or 9 spiels that you play with your regular team, and you get into your provincial playdowns. Hopefully, Scotties or Briar. Yeah, that's a big season.
And that's where there's an advantage to teams like Jennifer's that have 5 players. So the Stu Sells is in Toronto next. The 4 team, formerly known as Team Zacharias, will play in that while Jennifer goes and plays with Brent in mixed doubles. If you have 5 players, you can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I think really close to the okay.
Same thing I've been throwing.
Yeah, I think that's real nice. You got her.
Keep it away from a nose double that will allow Team Galusha to score 2.
Max right now.
Over across the center line by quite a bit.
Back 8. Just back. Freeze it. Just back 8.
Back 12.
Can't. 13-6. I think you're
4.
like here.
Back 4.
You got to even them up. You got to
Set
even
up
them
a
up.
double here.
A little more, a little more, a little more. Go, 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 go.
Oh, boy.
Good.
That's what happens early season, isn't it, Kathy? Just you know, they were hoping for it to die, but hoping doesn't always work.
No.
They brush that a foot farther, there's no double.
Like normal?
Like a 9?
Yeah. This should go a little.
It's a half a rock, right?
Yep. Let's go, Joe.
Thick half here, you can get your 2 out of nowhere.
Now you get to be the one just running alongside.
Okay, normal.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, Joe.
Half a rock.
What weight, sorry?
Normal.
Okay. 9. Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Like that?
Do you like your ice?
Yeah.
It should run most of the way and come up at
Okay.
the end.
It'll come at the
time,
end.
Joe.
Stay close.
Just let her know if
Yeah.
it's up.
Yeah. Take your time.
We're better to over curl than under curl, so we would guarantee our 1.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just think process.
You got it.
You got it.
Well, then you're betting on her making this, aren't you? Joanne Rizzo, can you make this double?
Really hard. Really hard.
Staying with it.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Margot Fleming.
Okay, that's fine.
1, come across, kick it. No, they made sure that they would get their single. still a reason to smile as we're tied at 5. Willie O'Ree Place. Site of the PointsBet Invitational. Coming up tonight, it's the NFL on TSN, and it's an AFC North divisional showdown. Both are 1-1, Steelers and Browns. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN and CTV2. And don't miss football's biggest plays with NFL Red Zone, available on tsn.ca and the TSN app. Tied at 5 as we complete play here in the Sweep 16 on the women's side of things. 4 of the teams advanced yesterday. 4 teams went home. We'll do the same this afternoon before doing it again tonight with the men's side. And we're tied at 5 as we watch Carrie Galusha and her team from Yellowknife against Casey Scheidegger's team from Lethbridge. Taylor McDonald throwing the lead stones for Scheidegger. 3 Scotties appearances, all of them with Laura Walker.
Pop this one out at Vic. Way out there under the yellow.
Good call. Okay.
13-3 on that.
Okay. What are you thinking? Here?
That
Or
works.
here?
Hasn't been a great game so far for McDonald, the
How much of that's open?
former Canadian junior champion. 2-time university U-Sport champion out of the University of Alberta. Gosh, that's a great program. So many champions have come out of
Okay, whoa, wait,
Alberta.
Close. Whoa, go, Joe. Joe. To stick it. You got to go to stick it. It's really in out. Okay, 9. That was a 9-2.
Okay.
Sarah?
Yep.
Tell her to put weight on her slider foot.
Okay.
All right, help us out there. So Sarah is going to deliver the message to Margot Fleming. Put more weight on your slider foot.
Yeah, what happens is, it's funny, in my humble opinion, we've taught it wrong for so many years, where we used to say, don't put any weight on the rock.
Right.
Or don't put too much weight in your broom.
Balance.
You need to be a little bit of both, or right, to be balanced. And she's right. I think there's a lot of weight on her broom there and not on the actual rock. And she's just tipping over a little bit. Definitely lost her footing and overthrew it because of it.
Yeah, it's
Perfect. All you. Cover down.
it's like being in a car in a snowstorm and having too much weight at the back when you're trying to get.
Right, it is, Vic. Yes.
Taylor, tuck it. Go, go, go. Wait, Sarah, wait, Sarah, wait, Sarah.
Look at this.
Perfect.
Don't get the traction.
Pistol, buddy. What was that, Christy? 14.
Here.
We can go this way.
Ooh, that's tough.
Top 8.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll see here.
Even if you take ours, we have something to use.
Sometimes you'll slide, the curler will slide a little too low. They get over the handlebars a little bit. You want to slide a little bit high early to seed that sliding foot in the right position, have a lower center of gravity. That looks pretty good.
Good. Top 8, top 4.
What I find too, Vic, is you start worrying about
Top 8.
your balance and your line of delivery, and then the weight just goes right out the window.
Okay, yep. Line's really good. Yep. Hard.
Yeah, you don't want to,
Gotta be there. Hard, Sarah.
to my way of thinking, affect them, right? You don't want to mess them up.
Yeah, right.
Big game.
Sarah. Hard right to it. Okay.
Good shot.
Sweep. 15-3.
All right, back to the game we started with, and I just see a lot of red.
You do a lot of discussion this end, Rachel and Tracy electing to use their timeout to take a look at options. They went around, but Rachel just grazed off the buried stone and in the open. So Suzanne trying to hit it and sort of shoot just a little bit to the right to get into the lid.
Shot. Shot, Sam.
Caught it?
Good
I think
shot.
so.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Picked up the single.
Very nice.
Still find themselves down by 4.
It's a test. Really thin. We're back there.
Good. Good spot. Pretty well buried.
What do you like?
That's what I was wondering.
I can't.
That's a hard line.
Pardon?
We freeze to it?
Well, we just follow them in.
I think you'd have to throw that way. Unless we throw weight.
No, that's what I'm calling.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
calling
okay,
us.
yeah.
Is this your
Line?
good rock?
5.
Do you want to throw your other one?
No, I think I moved my speed.
I got a 14 on that.
Full forward.
Yeah, it's a little slower
Okay, so
further
sticky.
out.
Sarah with mismatched rocks here, sounds like.
Okay.
You got it, Sarah. 1 o'clock.
Remember, she was perennial coming out of
Line's okay.
Yukon
Okay.
for all those years, juniors.
Yeah.
8 times did she represent Yukon in the junior ranks.
Well then.
We're there. We're heavy.
Oh, it's not curling, therefore it won't slow down.
Okay, Sarah, tough one.
Okay, I
And
think
all
I can
the
get
way
my
by.
grass here now.
Yeah, I just meant more like I could be top 12 here versus heavy.
Well, let's drop in on Emily Deschênes and the junior team from the Halifax Curling Club as they play Caitlin Laws.
Well, Emily Deschênes showing a lot of maturity in how she calls the game, ignoring a Caitlin Laws stone and burying on her first, left only the run back for Caitlin. She made contact with the stone, but did not move it out of play, and so this now creates an opportunity for a nose hit for 2.
Yep. Right up.
Where are you?
To it. Good.
How do you like that?
Got a curl.
Within 2 as they go to 8.
Trying, guys. It's really trying.
And a deep
Very
breath.
cool.
No bounce.
Very cool indeed.
All you can. Go, go, go. Okay.
Okay. Judge, you guys. Bit hot.
Or we run that. Even if you.
What's the run going to get us?
Time out. I don't know. Yeah,
Time.
out.
Timeout called.
Time out.
90 seconds.
Well, Team Galusha's kind of got what they want. They got the 2 center guards.
Yeah, I
They've got
think
the
we
yellow
have
at
to.
front to block it up, but they're looking at 3
We
here.
have nowhere to hide now, unless we go wide here,
Yeah.
which is scary for Joe.
Like,
Yeah.
this is
Like,
still
we don't want to
okay,
give that to her.
right?
Yeah.
That's still okay.
Yeah,
if
like
we know the spot.
I think it's.
We're just, our butt's
We just
really
have to
small.
make it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's. I don't mind the run either. You can get rid of.
Yeah. But does that even help? Like, our
No,
butt
well, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I mean,
It
what
might
does
just
that get
open
us?
us
Yeah, I
up.
know, and
Well,
we're
they're
still
sitting 3
working
right
with-
now.
We're still
I
working
know.
with
So
we just
the
have
run,
to get
if we can get 2 out.
we just have to get one good one here.
I think this is safer, yeah.
You just threw it.
Yeah.
You just threw it with your bad rock.
I know. I'm surprised it went that far.
13-6.
Yeah. Okay.
I
think
thought you
that's
had
good.
great lines.
I think this
Yeah.
patch
Okay.
is just sped up now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there's,
it's nice now.
But-
4 rocks down.
Okay.
Like,
Because that was a
It'll be
14.5.
Yeah. It's okay, let's
like
make
it.
it, Sarah. Right here.
yeah.
You got it.
Okay.
Nice discussion. They talked about the options. You look at the score, it's getting late. Yes, you can play a run back, but you might just, if you're lucky, you're going to get one of them out of there probably, and there's no chance of stealing. This is what they tried to do. This was their plan from the beginning to the end. Create some havoc out front, try to sink one. If this is made properly, they get a great chance to steal.
And you're right about the rocks. She did have one, a bad one that she's already thrown away that's sitting at the back edge of the 12.
Sarah said the one she threw first was the slower of the 2. As I find, as the game goes along, the pebble wears down a bit, and that slower rock's not as different as her other rock. A little bit less friction once the pebble wears off. You gotta be careful with that.
Okay, line.
Little hot still.
Line. You have to wait.
So this should be her
Wait,
quick
line.
one. That's flying.
Get ready to carve it.
No.
Can I go? I gotta go for weight.
Go, Lem.
So it's so wide, it's slowing down.
Get it here, Margo.
Margot Fleming, Joanne Rizzo, can they drive this right down to the face?
Go. Great shot.
Wow, look at
Good
that.
save, Margo.
He didn't think it had a chance.
That was fantastic brushing, 'cause that was
Thought it
heavy out of
hot
her
again,
hand.
and then
I looked hot and it was way more line. I was like,
I don't think
it's hot. Go, Lem. Line's really good. Hard. Get it here, Margo.
You heard them Vic, way more line but way heavy, and it translated into perfection.
Go. Great shot. Good speed, Margo.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, I mean, Like even like back, like tick weight. I think you need hacks if you hit the guard.
The nose though might be better because then at least you get some of this going.
If you like it, let's do it.
Nose? Yeah.
Heel?
Just control?
Sure.
Normal?
Sure. Let's go there. 9.
Okay.
You could throw his weight on this run back, Kathy, and pick it.
Through the hole.
No, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
through the yellow,
Yeah.
through the forefoot. Yes, straight back, hit part of it. Hit it right where the broom is, and that red disappears.
Would go. I like the 9 rather than a 10. It's just
Yeah.
easier to call. Throw weight, and it's going to stay there.
Sorry, Kathy, I jumped on. When you said Kathy, I answered.
Whoa.
Sorry about that.
No! Whoa! No!
We're going to run this back. Here we go. Bang, got it. Oh, and spins it in. Oh, goodness. This hit 2 underneath.
Very nice.
Oh, almost a peach.
Nice, bud. Good throw.
So close.
These are reds.
Now, she would love this to be buried a little bit more, but very
Oh, I'm
nice.
like, frig, come up just that hair.
Pretty good, though, Vic, because you can't. The best you can do is hit this and roll to the broom.
The closer it gets to the line, it goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Normal. Such a small port.
Yeah, it'll run nice with normal.
Yeah, we just don't want to roll too big.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you could roll to your red one,
It's
you're
definitely
buried.
going into our own. Just so
Okay.
you know.
Shot
Sounds
rock,
good.
rock
Okay.
by a fraction.
Just trust the line.
Yeah.
Throw the weight. Got
That
it.
would be the best spot.
You got it, Joe. Good process. Good 9.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Close.
Close.
No, I'm on the
Whoa,
guard shield.
whoa, whoa.
Margot!
Go, 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 go. Get it to center, get it to center, get it to center, get it to center.
Get it through? No.
Okay.
And now that stone is covered.
Just a little light on that.
Bit of an outward motion on the release there.
Matt.
And this is the taller.
Yeah,
Tough one,
because
Joe.
you'll always have a drop.
Yeah, it didn't really move much.
No.
okay?
You're a little full.
Okay.
Just
Here you have a drop or 2, right? On either side here. So I really like that. So
So a
this
little
was
full, same as a little outward motion.
Yeah, yeah.
or hair more? I'm seeing that too.
I like that.
Okay, it looks like
We have all
Walking
these
like-
buzzwords now, Vic, to cover up the word wide, missing it wide. Narrow. It used to be wide and narrow, but now it's all full, flicked it.
Yeah.
There's an awfully long red raise there, straight back onto the red, would make the yellow double, but it's extremely tough shot
welded.
for Joanne.
Welded is perfect, but I can't dress myself.
So 4 feet less than what I gave you last time. 4 to 6. Yeah, that's perfect.
Interesting, her hits are her strength, and she missed one there.
I mean, the run if it hangs.
Just 29% on the draws. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Top button, line's a little tight.
Looks like Matt.
Where you at?
Go.
Top 4. Gotta
Yep,
go line.
done. Yep.
Gotta go line. Hard line. Hard line.
Christy Moore,
Top 8. Hard.
Jesse Hyan, Taylor
Gotta go.
McDonald on the brush.
Really go.
Really got to go.
Go, 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 go,
Can
go,
you
go.
sneak it by that one there? No, you cannot. Oh dear, have you left something?
Is there a port
I was
there?
going to say,
Good weight, Chris.
Pretty
it's narrow.
small.
Really good weight with a good throw there.
yeah.
Big 2, right?
Or 2.
Yeah, just not real positive.
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think that's all we have.
What do you think?
That, the whole
Unless
The,
you want to
the
try
red
to
red
zip
raise
some
might be
shot.
easier.
it's tight though.
But I only have a sliver. And then I'm
Do
going to
this?
end up hitting
Oh,
one.
yeah, we don't want to touch this.
I don't think that's there.
Let's do this.
That's
I like
saving
that
us
a lot.
right now from
Okay.
This type of thing, Vic, if you could get it
Yeah, I think so.
there
It's like half
onto
a rock.
there, I think you could actually
Yeah, I think so.
back that up a little bit. Like, I don't know whether both yellows will go.
With your peel, it should go.
like that, if you could get maybe right where the center line is, Vic, you hit that right on the center line, you're really close to making the red, yellow combo.
Yeah, just trust the process.
Yeah.
Do you like the size, Joe?
I think so.
Okay.
Just a little half an inch outside center line on contact. Something's going to fly.
Take your time. You got this.
In a 5-5 tie, right now it is. Scheidegger sitting the 2 final stone. Joanne Rizzo.
No.
Close.
No.
Close.
Margot.
Nothing yet. Now Margot Fleming. Just off center line. Let's see. 1-2. Bang, bang. Oh, and watch out. And so right now they cut them down as Scheidegger sitting just the 1.
Not bad at all, really.
Close. Another inch.
Yeah.
That yellow one keeps straight back, nearly caused havoc.
You're getting right out there.
It's the end today.
I'm like, wow, I'm not used to seeing that.
Today it's the end.
Okay, we're probably lucky just to give up 2 here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So straight draw to the lid.
Yeah, they know this spot so well. Now, Sarah got a little wide out here. Sarah Colton on a shot, and it really came down in speed.
Okay, you gotta be full 4. Line's a little tight.
This is much tighter than Sarah's line, so it should be good speed here.
Where you at? Top 4.
McDonald on the right, Hyan on the left.
It's really curling now. Really
Kate Hogan
curling
calling
now.
line.
You gotta go line.
Needs a good piece of the 4.
You gotta go. Hard!
Good piece of the 4.
Go take. More.
And that is a wonderful draw. There it is. 2 more. Christy Moore stepping into the skipper's shoes to take a 7-5 lead. And let's go over to Caitlin Laws as she gets ready to pay her last against Emily Deschênes.
Well, facing 2 on her final, Emily Deschênes made the perfect roll yet again today behind that Caitlin Laws stone. And for Caitlin to run it back, her shooter will not be on the paint. The most she could score is 1, and so is elected to play the draw. Needs 4 foot.
Good. Need full 4. Curling, but yeah. We have lines got it. It's holding. Full 4.
Throwing the skip stones for the first time since her junior days of 09. And that is for the single. Caitlin Laws.
I was like, I'll just stay right here.
Okay, that was a good plan B.
Day 2. The PointsBet Invitational from Fredericton, and Willio replays as we see the second half of the women's Sweet 16. Feature game now, Joanne Rizzo, Carrie Galusha from Yellowknife against the Scheidegger team, skipped by Christy Moore out of Lethbridge. And the deuce put on the board by Moore. And they lead at 7-5. So we go to the 9th, and it is Galusha with last rock. Has the hammer playing the Redstones.
Oh, yep.
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 Weight's good.
Yep. Hard. We need to hit it thinner. Okay.
Let's try.
Good.
Kick?
Yeah.
I think you could do more on both. Just
Yeah,
not as
I
nice
do
this
want
way.
more kick.
Yeah.
Kick. You got it.
8-6. Holly Duncan leads Penny Barker, and it's Duncan, the skip out of the Woodstock Curling Center, with the hammer.
Well, a lot of long looks. That red stone that is shot was the final stone thrown by Penny Barker, facing 2 Holly Duncan counters. Looked at maybe coming off one of her own, but looked at the scoreboard, realizes that she's 2 up, and giving up a point is not a great idea, so elected to play the draw. Needs the button.
And here's another university champion, a couple of U golds when she studied at Laurier.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Game on.
it is. Steal of one.
Back line. Back line.
Margot Fleming.
Interesting piece of strategy by Team Galusha here. 2 down. They haven't really made an attempt to be aggressive. It's like they're trying to play for the blank, maybe get 2 and 10, and then they go to the draw the button. That might be their concept.
Yeah, and if you're joining us for the first time, that's one of the new rules. There would be no extra end in a tie. And as we saw last night, Colton Flash and Karsten Sturmey, you have one draw to the button, and Flash won it to advance.
It changes everything because you get forced to 1 here or get your 2, then you don't have hammer and 10. Whereas get your 2 and 10,
yeah,
you got a 50-50 chance.
Back 4.
Really short. Taylor's for Max.
Trying.
Weights
Up.
up past it.
All Taylor.
Weights up. No
Just back
bounce.
4. Can't bounce. You
Taylor,
gotta go
no
down.
bounce.
You gotta try. Try Taylor.
Trying.
Go. Just
Hard
carve it hard.
Okay.
And down to the corner, just a little bit of a bounce.
You can do the same thing.
Well, this is the game we started with, of course.
Get them both.
Rachel Homan, Tracy Fleury, as they played and do play Suzanne Birt from Montague. Homan in her last.
Suzanne buried on her final stone, so there are 2 stones fully buried. No chance for Rachel to get to them, and so is playing the draw, needs forfeit.
Running, Sarah. Take a look. It looks close. Passing curl.
You guys got it. You're good.
There it goes.
14 mark. Good judge. Nice shot.
Oh, very nice for the single. Yeah, you were saying earlier the thought
I
was
can't
that
hear you guys.
Fleury would be the soft shots, the up
another
weights would come from Homan, but that's they can get that going with Rachel Homan.
And Rachel's drawing's been perfect.
It sure has. And if that part of her game is on, that's going to be tough to beat.
You're fine, but keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Hard on the yellow, Joe. Go, go, go. Okay.
Hard as I
Okay.
got.
Good sweep, Margot.
Is this scary? I kind of like it, but it's up to you.
Take the same shot.
Really interesting
If I hit half
situation.
pass, it does nothing, hey? No, they're only this far apart. Okay, I don't hate it.
You'd love to force, but at the expense of giving up 3 would not be ideal.
Just a hair. Yeah, 2 feet. Okay, we're going to be closer on the sledge, so just stay with it. Nice and sharp.
Tempting to run that red one back or just peel it. There's such an easy double at the back
said light, you guys.
for the team that's 2 up.
Room.
T-line, top 4.
Close.
T-line.
Taylor.
Running like it's hot.
Taylor.
Running.
Here goes. Taylor, if you can.
You're gonna have to go, Taylor.
No bounce. You can't bounce.
Yeah.
Not
Go,
bouncing.
go, 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 Jess. Help her out. Go, 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 go.
Hard.
Go, go, go,
Hard.
go,
You
go,
gotta
go, 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 go. Great
Okay.
job. Great sweep.
Same thing.
Yeah. The split's still good.
Same weight?
I
Yeah.
heard Sarah say the split's still good. That's a wonderful plan B, maybe even plan A. If you make the split correctly, you've got 4 in the rings.
Yes. Yes.
Hard, hard, hard.
Right away,
All the way.
Hard.
Fleming,
Back in.
Rizzo on the brush.
Hard. Hard, you got it.
Really
Whoa,
hard.
whoa, whoa. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Joe. Joanne. Joe,
Got
go,
across
go, go,
the
go,
face
go.
just
Go,
a
go,
bit.
Go, go, go.
They did. She got across the nose. Didn't push it back far enough to sit 3, but sits 2.
Yeah, yours should curl the hair more than mine, I think.
Don't ever bounce off here, Vic. If you ever play a hip freeze and you're a little aggressive, you roll a foot to the right. It's a nose hit to sit 4.
A little bit slower this way.
We had to count
Very nice.
the top 4. So I think probably 2 or 3 more. Yeah. I like it. It's like Max. Close. T-line. Close. T-line. Close. Max. No. Close. It's tighter. T-line. No. Close, Jess. Little back 4. Little back. Yep. Line. Yeah, line.
High and Taylor. McDonald.
Okay.
And they get across the nose. And it looks like they are the shot stone.
That made a right-hand turn.
Who shot? They are. Comes in here so nice, hey? Their shot. Well, we got to score, Joe. Yeah. Like, we have just want to run it? If you run that.
Okay. I like that.
What are you seeing, Sarah?
What? Hey. Yeah.
Just off nose?
Yeah. Even nose is good. Nose is pretty good too.
If you can execute this thing and hang around, you can
nose
get
is
a chance at a big score here.
Options here, Joe. Yeah.
The back red, I don't think I'll hit the back yellow, but get this top one, stay in the 4-foot if you can.
Colt as it rides the line. Run it back. Got it. Oh, can you spell it? She does.
Okay.
And spills it far enough that they are sitting 1, Galusha.
I liked your first instinct and then. Well, I know. That's good. You just set her tight, but then I thought it was okay.
The double is not a problem. If you can get it that way, that's going to go for sure, but this one has to jam. I don't think you can get that red rock. It's going to come down, go that way. I don't think it's going to go through the... Unless you get it really, really thin. There's a good angle there. If you could get the back one as thin as possible, it might wiggle its way through.
Just hair more because we want to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even this isn't horrible because you're probably shot.
Yeah.
Even a little off-centered sit 2.
Still like that control weight. Just try to
do it.
nut them so they're, I think. It's that same control weight that I've thrown here. We got a little more ice than we did that other time.
Okay.
I'd like to just kind of hair here.
7/8 almost?
Yeah.
On the high side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for reading my brain.
You got it.
So that nice control weight.
I like it.
Final stone for
Yep.
Christy Moore.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
McDonald
Hard sit.
never off.
Okay, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Now,
Whoa.
bang, bang, and oh dear. And they'll get a chance for their deuce.
I'm not so sure they're on the same page there. When they left Kate, they were going to throw more weight, and then they decided to soften it up. I'm not sure the line caller knew what was coming down there.
On the release at all, it just looks straight through.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, it was so soft that the second red almost didn't go.
It's very true. That would have been a disaster.
Would have had a chance for 3.
Do you like that? Do you like the size, Joe? Yeah. Okay. Clean. Yep. Easy. Whoa.
Joanne Rizzo.
Whoa. Marco.
You have a chance here for a couple to tie it up. Can't lose it. Can't lose it. Oh, and it'll hang around. It didn't pump it far enough. And so Galusha will pick up a couple. A nervous 2. But we're tied at 7. So here we go to the 10th in a 7-7 tie. And first stone is coming to the bumper. And it is Casey Scheidegger, the team from Lethbridge, that does have the hammer. Coming home. Helen McDonald throwing the lead stones.
That was way too much ice.
Yeah,
like, we're not
been
even
really
getting in over there.
Really, it's also back line.
Yeah,
it's true.
I don't think back line. That's a
KT.
little positive thinking. That's long gone. Good.
It's fine. Yeah, you got it.
Kathy, our first final is the game that we started with, as Suzanne Birt picks up a single, but it's done in 9, 8-4. Homan advances.
Well, both Birt and Colleen Jones playing much better in the second half. It was just a little bit too late.
So Homan is the first to come off that side of the sweep 16. And she will play the winner of this one, Kalusha and Scheidegger. So number 3 beats 14.
Should run for you.
Taylor made the perfect check the first time around, and then Carey hogged that long guard. So it's pretty simple at this point here.
Just off center. Give a little more ice.
You might move this center guard around a little bit to give your opponent a little different look, but there's so many peels made nowadays. The running bands are so quick. So much life in these stones.
It's a little deeper. Just
At some point, you might see Carey Galusha's team go around a corner.
really going.
A little past your Yeah, right here. Just off center's nice.
Nice.
15-7.
Good, Margot.
Joe.
You got her.
Same throw.
When do we make her move around that one?
Down by 3. The reigning Canadian Junior Women's Champions, Emily Deschamps.
And an opportunity for 2 to draw within 1. Caitlin Law is playing a very patient 9th end, fully prepared to concede 2, never made an attempt to run her own stone back and remove the shot stone, just kept playing at the open one in the wings. And that is why this is now an opportunity for 2.
Wow.
14-5.
Yeah, that's
That's a wow.
that's a wow.
You bet.
4 deuces for the young team.
You know, it goes to what I was saying earlier. And look at the smile. To what Mary Matatol was saying, who's coaching this team and former Nova Scotia champion, why she had to go outside the province. There just wasn't somebody at this level. This is very much an experienced junior team, having come through and played some women's events, played in that Next Gen series, Kathy.
No question that this is a really good young team, and they know that with the new format of juniors that they will go off to compete at a world championship this year. So starting the season with an event like this and having the opportunity to play someone like Caitlin Laws, they've been forced to get ready really fast, and I've been very impressed.
Yep. Hard.
Really gotta go.
Really hard. Gotta go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Not quite. Could shrink that scoring area now. And this could almost be in the edge of the forefoot.
Got a second. Like top 8. Got it. Okay. 1 o'clock. Take a breath.
Yeah, that was in Edmonton at that Saville event, quarterfinals, when they lost to
Yep.
Scheidegger.
Can you get it past this yellow?
little slower down the center now. They got to stay on this.
As far as you can. Go, Joe. Harder. Harder, Joe. Go, 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 go. Get it in. Get it in. Get it in. Go, 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 go.
Leave it higher, 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 higher.
Come on, Dan.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, I know, but we can put that.
Oh, I see.
Higher would have been better.
Yeah.
If it wasn't there, I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're seeing just the single. Is there the double on the Reds?
1 point game. You think it's red or yellow shot, Rob?
I think it is red. That was the final short run made by Penny Barker to remove a Duncan stone and leave hers buried. There is the tap on the yellow stone, and that is what I think Holly Duncan will play, but it is only for the single.
Duncan and the team from the Woodstock Curling Center against Penny Barker from Moose Jaw Ford Curling Center.
You can go. You're wide. You got it. Close. Yeah. Go. Curl. 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 Hard. Hard.
Julie Tippin calling line.
Hard. Go, go, go.
Michelle Strybosch,
Hard.
Teskayet
You got it.
on the front end.
Go, 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 go.
And that will get her that single.
Good see.
Little tap up.
One yellow.
1 yellow, thank you, ladies.
Interesting situation, Kathy, in that game on GD. If you miss that, you're tied with Hammer coming home. What are the odds there? Now you're 2 up. But if you give up the deuce, what are your odds?
Yeah, it's that whole decision about going to the last draw instead of an extra end really gets in your head about where do I want to be.
It really is.
Okay, more room than Sarah.
Easy.
More room than Sarah.
Lots of room. Whoa.
More weight this time.
Whoa.
We're there. We're all there.
Whoa.
We're back a little.
Here it comes.
We're there.
Right
We're
here. Right here.
We're there.
Right
We're
here.
there. We're there.
Whoa.
We're past
Whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa.
We're further.
Marbles are off. We're past.
Whoa.
Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, Joe.
And it finally does
14-3.
settle. Back of the tee line.
Right here, though, hey?
Yeah.
Make sure we're
Back
over there.
8.
Okay, yeah, you're going to want it on your second one anyways. Is that enough?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like she threw better.
Yeah, we just have to be on this side of it now, right? They're never hitting it.
Yeah.
We just can't overcurl it.
You like that better?
I think that looks close.
Yeah, exchanging some curling stories, I'm sure.
Like, are we getting across center?
What do you think for speed here?
I think it's really similar to the 6th end, or the 8th end there.
That draw?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
I
have
think,
to pound it if I throw this thing?
I think just nice and positive and it should run.
Okay. Fight for it.
Okay.
It's a key statement. Nice and positive. Get out to the broom, have some rotation. A softer release here. Anything light, it could curl early into a little bit slower area.
Top four. Got to be top four.
All you.
Line's good.
I think
It's running.
running. Great.
Yeah.
That's
Running right
good.
now.
All you. Line's great.
Don't want to.
It's really
Okay.
good. Weight's pretty good.
Nope.
It's really
Okay.
curling
13-9.
now.
Just needs to stop.
Should be deep.
Needs to sit.
Where do you want? No, leave it,
No,
leave it, leave it, leave it. I think higher is better right now.
Okay.
Okay.
It's good, Kirsty. Nice throw. Well, that ran really well.
Nice shot, but ideally you'd love it a couple feet higher. So now there's a little bit of a pocket here.
Timeout being called by the Team Galusha.
I don't feel super lazy, but I could be more positive for sure. But like the last 3 feet, it
Goes
just
sideways?
fucking
Yeah.
went bananas.
So you want me to take a smidge off?
I don't know. What do you think, Margot? Do you want her to throw the same or a smidge less?
I don't want too much less.
I don't want much less.
But it's
Want to lay it right on the corner, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously it has to be shot rocks. You don't want to be too cute here, but
the angle.
right, a little bit of an angle. If you keep your thrown rock on the center line side, assuming it's not wide open.
It still runs. It's very slick.
Okay.
The hard part for this is it breaks or from the top 12 foot in, it really goes sideways. Getting the line right's probably harder than the speed in this shot.
So final stone for Team Galusha, Joanne Rizzo. Right now it is a win for Scheidegger. She needs to be shot stone. Wants to lay it right on that shot rock. Tee line, edge of the floor. It's up to Fleming. and Colton here with Galusha calling line. Now it's the big scrub. Can you lay this right on the corner? Can you put it on the corner and be shot rock? Oh, are you the shot stone? Yes, you are.
Boy.
By that much.
That was the worry. It looked great top 12 and then started to take off.
It went sideways. Yeah. Really good. Communication's good. Oh my gosh, I almost lost the line.
Yeah.
Oh my, I would have been not happy if I missed that. Sideways. I know it does that. Call. I told them.
Watch how much curl. That's on the center line, just before the rings. Look at how far that curled 2 full feet in the span of 6. Whoa.
Now, his is what the last discussion that we listened to from Christy Moore was. Yeah, well, I could be a little bit more positive. And you wonder if, in fact, now she puts a little extra handle on it.
Yep, in a quicker spot. As they're gone much wider here.
So full 4 is what she needs in a 7-7 tie.
Don't have to, but just clean.
It's really curling. Really curling. You
Nothing
gotta go
yet.
line. You have to go
Here we
line.
go, High and McDonald.
You gotta go line.
Here we go, High and McDonald. You need to be full 4.
You're good.
Oh, you're good. You're better than good. You're great for the win.
Very nice.
So 6 beats 11. Make the final in a terrific game, 8-7. And so Scheidegger with Christy Moore filling in will move on. And we know now that they will play Rachel Homan in the Elite 8. All right, let's go over to Sheet C and this junior team. The Canadian junior champions from the Halifax Curling Club, Emily Deschênes, who's now come in to skip Kathy down to their final stone here and giving Caitlin Laws all she can handle.
Well, they called a timeout on Emily's first. There was a center guard. They elected to go around, but Emily was a little bit short. So Caitlin was able to remove it, but she did leave her shooter out front. And that is now the stone that Emily's going to try to use to get behind.
Positive.
And perhaps steal.
They were starting to curl a little more there. So.
Trailing by 1. Needs to steal to force that extra end. Draw to the button.
Just call our time.
19 years of age from Ottawa, the business student at Algonquin College, Emily Deschênes, who lost the final
It's curling now. It's curling. Line word heavy.
to Taylor Stevens last year and has now been brought in to skip this team. Oh, and maybe just that little bit of adrenaline in him. Through it goes.
There we go.
And that will be it as it goes too far. 1 yellow it is. They'll pick up 1 more. Laws. And Caitlin Laws, the number 2 seed, is taken to the 10th before advancing. The final is 10-8. And what a really tremendous performance by this young team. Remember them as we look down the road, future years. Emily Deschênes, Lauren Ferguson, Allison Umla, and Kate Fitzgerald.
I'll tell you something about Emily Deschênes. She is a last rock thrower.
And listen to the crowd respond and to a wonderful performance. But Laws now advances with that 10-8 win. And now waits to see who she will play as we move to the Elite 8. Holly Duncan or Penny Barker.
That was the double attempt. Got 1, just moved stones over.
It's 9-7.
Like this?
As Holly Duncan out of Woodstock leads Penny Barker from Moose Jaw. And it is the team from Saskatchewan that does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Red Stones.
No, like those are out counting this one. Yeah, but yeah, I like the nose double. Come down here. We don't. We're out of time. Make a call. I like this. Okay. 10.
And they're not out of time. They have under 3 minutes left. But, of course, this is the third second stone. Penny still has 2 to throw. And it's such a big shot, Russ.
Yeah.
I think she had time to come down.
Tons of time.
Close. Curl.
It's not like they're in trouble here either, Kath.
No.
Two's all they really need, but there's still a chance at 3 here.
Christy Gamble will run it back. Didn't get the inside roll, they hope. Gets rid of the, kills one of their own, or one of the Duncan Stones, pardon me, at the back.
Well, you're 2 up here, and you got to be careful. Little roll out.
Julie Tippin.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Curl.
Canadian mixed champion. Won that with John Epping back in 2006.
Hard, curl. Hard.
We'll see John Epping tonight on the men's side.
Okay.
Important to stay closer than the at least one of the Reds.
9-5. Same weight.
Be a hitting contest here now.
Let it go. 9-2. Okay. Close. Yep. Whoa. Close though. No. Close. Curl. No, it's gotta move. Curl. Hard. Yep. Hard. Anything, Danielle. Anything.
Danielle Zazinski.
Nice.
And they'll roll it inside. Shot rock for the moment.
Control, like
There?
You got it. I think I was like a touch wide, but I think it was control.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Both teams hurry up offense here.
We're gonna roll in. Control.
You got to be careful rolling in too, because if you roll maybe to the edge of the 4, then there'll be a pretty simple double to sit 3 for Barker.
Whoa.
Curl.
Skip stones. Holly Duncan.
Straight.
Michelle Strybach. Oh dear. And she'll chip that shot rock just into the 4. Still open though.
They're just rushing around, Kath.
Yeah.
Not the spot to be positive.
Or you, by doing that, it's going to open this up.
We do this.
Yeah.
Get this one to cover that.
Yeah.
Either that, or I didn't mind doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it does give them an access at it. It's the only thing.
Right. I do like that split.
To open it a little bit.
Yeah, open it up.
But it opens for them too, hey?
That's true. Okay.
Tap to sit 4 wouldn't be horrible.
Okay.
Really nice reception. The
This Christmas tree, hey?
appreciative crowd here in Fredericton as the juniors still make their way off the ice.
Christmas tree.
What a thrill it is for them. Look at the smiles, Kathy.
We saw that with Landon Rooney last night. It's such a great opportunity to play in something like this and really test how good you are against some of the best women and men.
Penny Barker.
You might have to go line.
Penny's going to play a shot she likes. It's this one.
Keep it going then.
She loves to draw.
Really running. Curl.
They looked at playing a little bit of a split on that stone top 12, did they not?
Well, I think they decided after they talked about it, now they're going to play that come around, try to get it half buried, but don't set up a double here.
And bounce it off.
Bounce it up. Go.
Oh, and even it up. And have you crotched it now?
Yeah, and then you sit 2. There's still be a possible double for the win, but making it hard on herself.
Sweep her back a little bit.
Right.
It will.
If we can get there, that's great. But even, yeah.
You're right. I think we play for this, but this works too.
Yeah. That at least brings the draw the button and play.
Timeout been called by Holly Duncan.
I think I got a 14-7 on that.
Because the third shot, they could freeze one in there.
Okay. What are you thinking for ice? I was kind of thinking here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Just rolled far enough that the double would set up a double for the loss in Holly's case. So they're going to try to weld one in there to make it real good. The most I think Penny could score is 2.
So like 405, you think? Yeah, 405. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a draw.
Yeah. And it's the same draw you've done before.
If they give us something,
Yeah.
well, we'll see what they do.
Mm-hmm. Call your gut.
Final stone leads by 2. Right now, Penny Barker has 2 to tie.
Hard, guys, hard.
Rochelle Strava
Sorry, guys.
and Teskayet, and she's pulled the string.
Boy, you had to be heavy there, if anything, obviously.
Did you get? Okay.
But remember now the first one.
Sorry, guys.
First one, she threw it out a little wide, right? And chipped that stone towards the center line, and maybe this time just trying to be too careful.
Could have been heavy.
Wow.
Wow is right. You tapped the other way, or the shot she just threw, and then again, Penny just threw it. She likes it, and they know that spot.
So an upset in the making here. She can make the draw. 10 ranked, 10 seeded Barker against 7 Duncan. Right now it's a tie game.
T-line.
Deep breath. And now a chance to advance here at the PointsBet Invitational.
Just hold it out there for a little bit.
Hold it out. Hold it out there.
Line's
Okay,
good.
line's
Still running that line.
Yep, yeah, line. Line's good.
Chance to advance.
guys,
Sitting
take a look,
2
take a
has
look,
the tie. Needs this for the win.
Take a look.
Pearl's
back
Penny
in here.
Barker,
Pearl's
who
fine,
missed the
too.
playoffs in Thunder Bay, is moving on. Needed 3 and got it, and now that's who Caitlin Laws will face next, as she wins it 10-9 over Holly Duncan, and we now are down to our Elite 8. Penny Barker out of Moose Jaw will move on. And in this one and done, it's over now for the team from Woodstock. The Elite 8 is set here at the PointsBet Invitational.
The 2022 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, proud partner of Curling Canada, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years, and by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Well, it's a win for the Team Scheidegger without their skipper. Christy Moore looking probably at the text messages saying congratulations as they pick up the win over Carrie Galusha with a single in 10. And Christy Moore filling in, as I say, for the skip Curls, an 81% game to advance to the Elite 8. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. So we know the Elite Eight on the women's side. We only know the 4 of those teams on the men's side of things. This is what we'll see tonight. These are the games on the ice. Kevin Cooey, brand new team against Jack Smeltzer, club champion. Reed Carruthers, Braden Calvert. They'll be on the ice. So will Brad Gushue, number 1 against Nicholas Deagle, and John Epping, Mike McEwen, as we get out the final 4. What an afternoon it's been. Jack Smeltzer from the Fredericton Capital Club. Can he be a home time hero tonight? We'll find out when we join you again from here at the PointsBet Invitational.